Somebody tuning in right now who was recently diagnosed with cancer, and this is a big question, I know, and it's got a lot of nuance to it, but in a general sense, what would you say to them as somebody that studied this and knows this new paradigm inside out and a lot of the nuances to prevention and treatment? What would you say to that person?
I think if you have cancer, it doesn't really change the treatments because the treatments are well studied. So you should still do everything that you're supposed to be doing. It doesn't mean like you go against, saying, I'm not going to do this thing that my oncologist tell me. No, no, you probably should do all of that. But you should also look at boosting it where you can with things that are relatively sort of high benefit, low risk. So eating, getting to a proper weight, for example, the risk of that is very low, right? And doing that by eating unprocessed foods, there's almost no risk in that. Intermittent fasting, very little risk in that. But the benefits are potentially there. There's also a lot of other, these sort of adjunctive things. Adjunctive just means add in addition to the other stuff, the chemo, the radiation, the drug treatments, and whether that's and some of this is not well studied, but again, it doesn't matter if it works or not. If there's no risk, then why not do it, right? And that's things like the fasting in conjunction with chemotherapy. What's the risk of that? If your weight is very, very low, then perhaps no. But if your weight is normal or high, then there's no very little risk to doing some fasting, and perhaps it boosts the effect of the chemotherapy. It's not strong data there, but then again, it's not a matter of if it's proven to work. It's a matter of what's the potential risk and what's your potential benefit. And if your potential risk is very low, then you should probably just go ahead and do it. There's all kinds of other things there, things like green tea. Well, the risk is just very low. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you try and push up your consumption of green tea if that's what's worrying you? Your risk, almost zero, right? Some of these other compounds that people will sell you, perhaps not. But that's the thing, is to try and take these things which are sort of don't have a lot of risk associated with it, that might have some potential benefit, and then take it to, and they're not all easy, like getting to a normal weight, getting rid of your type 2 diabetes. That's not easy stuff, right? It's a job in itself. So it's not that I'm saying, oh, drink more green tea. That might be part of it, but some of it may be a lot more difficult. Losing weight's not easy. Getting off of insulin by reversing type 2 diabetes, that's not easy. So some of that is a lot of work, but could have potential huge benefits, not just for the cancer, but for your overall health.
If you enjoyed that clip, press here for the full episode. I'll see you over there.
These studies have been replicated over and over and over for the last 30 years of attributable risk. And diet and obesity is that second huge bucket, and nobody's talking about it.